Hello and welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. Today's video going to be a preview of the Hearts v Celtic game tomorrow evening, 7:45 kickoff. Game will be live on TV and Celtic will be looking to get back top of the Scottish Premiership and keep their 100% away record going for this season. So in today's video, we'll have a wee look at the predicted lineup, some stats from recent Celtic v Hearts games, and my own prediction regarding the result for tomorrow evening's game, and touching on a couple of other wee minor Celtic issues at the moment as well. Before we do crack on with the actual video, apologies for not quite the usual top level of sound and background, etc. But just finishing off our holidays with a couple of days in London, having been in Lisbon, Portugal for the previous week, and so haven't got back home yet until tomorrow evening to get back to the usual sound, microphone, background and lighting, etc. But as of Sunday morning, should all be back to normal videos every day or 2 days. Before we do crack on with the video, just a wee suggestion, encouragement. If you are new to the channel and not yet subscribed, please do click that subscribe button. Keep the numbers pushing further and further past 1,100. If you do like the video, please do click that like button, and comment section, as always, open for pleasant, polite debating points, thoughts, predictions, what you think of Celtic's likely lineup tomorrow, what your own predicted score is, and any other Celtic thoughts and issues burning in your mind. Celtic take on Hearts tomorrow evening, 7:45 kickoff live on TV, and it does look from Brendan Rodgers' recent press conferences and interviews that Celtic are expecting to have pretty much their full squad available for the game on Saturday evening. The extra half a day or so of recovery time and training time is going to suit Celtic well, with so many players having been away on international duty, some of whom, such as the Japanese three, Luis Palma and Austin Trusty, all of whom will have had extra long transatlantic, trans-Pacific flights, and so need that wee bit more time to get over jet lag, etc. However, it does look like Celtic will have pretty much their full squad fully fit and all available for the game on Saturday. And so it does give Brendan Rodgers one or two wee potential selection headaches and conundrums for various different positions. This is my predicted lineup for the game against Hearts tomorrow evening. Schmeichel in goals, Alistair Johnston at right back. I'm going to predict that Austin Trusty and Cameron Carter-Vickers are going to start centrally. I think the hope would be that if all goes well, we can get Cameron Carter-Vickers off with 20-30 minutes to go, replace him with Liam Scales, keep Carter-Vickers fresh for future Champions League matches and other league matches. At left back, I think Rodgers will go for Greg Taylor. I think he likes Greg Taylor's experience. I think Hearts are not quite the threat down that side as many other teams usually are. I personally would actually go for Alex Valley and keep Taylor for the European game, but I suspect that Taylor's going to get the start with Valley on the bench. And again, probably similar to Carter-Vickers, if all's going well, taking Taylor off and popping Valley on for the last half hour or so. Midfield three, the usual three of McGregor, Hatate and Engels. I think, again, McCowan and Bernardo coming off the bench for the last 20-30 minutes. Out wide on the right, Nicholas Kuhn, who is in brilliant form, the most productive player for Celtic and the most productive player in Scottish football. 10 goals and 11 assists so far this season. Out wide on the left, Dyson Maida, and through the middle, Kyogo. Both Dyson Maida and Ryo Hatate had 2 sub-appearances for Japan through the international break, and Kyogo came on for the last few minutes of the second Japanese international, and so they all should be match fit and should be fully recovered from their flights to and from the Far East. So I think Celtic need to play their strongest side, and so for that reason, McGregor, Hatate, and Engels all start. Does allow us, however, to bring McCown and Bernardo off the bench, keep those players rested for the game against Bruges next Wednesday in the Champions League. Kyogo has always played well against Hearts, scored tons of goals against Hearts, and with Ida only just having returned fully into training and back to match fitness after his facial injury from the Kilmarnock match, I think Kyogo gets the start and Ida coming off the bench. But do feel free to pop your own predictions into the comment section regarding how you'd see Celtic lining up for the game against Hearts on Saturday. So, looking at some stats, the last time 10 times Celtic have played Hearts, Celtic have 8 wins and 2 defeats. It's now 18 years since Hearts have beaten Celtic twice in a row in a home league match, going back to 2006. And so I think Celtic are fully going to bounce back from a couple of disappointing results against Hearts last season. The very controversial loss to Hearts, which was clouded in controversy and dodgy VAR decisions. I see Celtic bouncing back with a victory tomorrow. Going to go for a 2-0 victory or a 3-0 victory. I think Celtic are going to win comfortably, but it's going to be a bit of a tough battle to get on top, and then Celtic's quality and depth of squad and team coming through. Celtic so far this season in the league have won 6 games in a row away from home, 18 goals for and 1 goal against, and they're going for 7 in a row away wins start to the season. The last time they did that was in 2017-2018 season, and Celtic have only done it 3 times in their history that we've won the first 7 away league games of a season, with the current record being 10 in a row. If we all remember rightly, 2 months ago, on September the 14th, Celtic beat Hearts 2-0, a game in which Hearts had a penalty given to them and then reversed by VAR. Then in the second half, we were given the penalty by the benefit of VAR, who quite correctly determined that the Hearts fullback had handled the cross in the box. Arne Engels putting that one away. Celtic stayed on top in that game. Luke McCown came on late in the game, linked up nicely with Luis Palma and James Forrest to tuck away a shot across Kvistgaarden into Kvistgaarden's right-hand corner, scoring a goal in the 89th minute, giving us the win 2-0. And that was also a game in which Adam Ida scored a goal a few minutes into added time, but the goal was disallowed due to an offside in the build-up between Luis Palma to Greg Taylor before the pass for Ida to tuck away that disallowed goal. So going for a very similar game this time around, 2-0 win for Celtic, possibly a 3-0 win for Celtic. I think we're going to have strong defensive performance, strong midfield performance, and pretty sure that one or other of Kyogo, Maeda or Kuhn will tuck away a goal or 2 to give us the victory. No other major Celtic news at the moment. Continuing stories quietly bubbling under regarding Celtic signing Lennon Miller in the winter transfer break, looking like a fee of somewhere around 4 million as being the fee for Miller. There are said to be quite a number of English Premier League clubs also scouting him, but I think Lennon Miller's best option for the near future, the next few years at least, will be to come to Celtic, gain first team experience, European experience, and keep on improving as a player. The transfer stories of Nicholas Kuhn disappearing off to English Premier League like Brentford or Crystal Palace, that seems to have happily died away, and Nicholas Kuhn has talked about wanting to remain at Celtic for few more years at least to continue improving his career and is not looking for a move away from the club. Kasper Schmeichel was giving very positive vibes regarding signing a new contract to extend his current rolling one-year deal with Celtic. It does look like he and his representatives are going to be negotiating early in the new year for an extension to his contract, which is good news, obviously, and no further progress as yet on the new deal for Greg Taylor or a new deal for James Forrest. James Forrest seems rather relaxed about things. I think he's quite happy to accept whatever Celtic offers within reason. Greg Taylor does appear to be holding out for a longer contract and more money and more prestige within the first team squad. And it does look like at the moment there's a wee bit of a standoff between Rodgers, the finance people, Greg Taylor, and his agent. But we'll do my best to update on all those other stories as they continue to develop. And as things stand, no other players that Celtic are actively being linked with. There are the continuing stories regarding Matthias Kvistgaarden, the Danish under-21 striker, but there's been no further update or progress on that story either. So that just about finishes things off for today's Hearts v Celtic preview. I will be doing a review of the game on Sunday morning. As I said, by that time, we'll be back home in Scotland, back to normal lighting, microphones, background, etc., and getting back to normal features. And I'm exploring doing a few more of the great Celtic v Rangers goals of the past years, as those have been proving to be popular, both in terms of focusing in on specific players or focusing in on Celtic Rangers goals. And so I'm going to be doing a few more of those every so often over the next weeks, months, and hopefully years. And so until Sunday morning's video, goodbye. Good luck, Celtic, in your game tomorrow evening against Hearts, and hail, hail.